All right, hello everyone. Let me just check if this is actually working. Oh, yeah, it is working. So, how is everyone doing today? We are going to give a little time so that other students from Colombia and from Panama get the time to get online, so don't worry. While you are there, I'm just going to do some technical trials, and welcome to the 4 viewers that have just got online today. So let me just check that everything is working properly. So how is everyone doing today? Is everyone doing okay? Where are you from? If you are on the chat, please let me know where you guys or ladies are from. All right, so now I am having a look at the chat and I am seeing that there are people from, okay, let me know where you guys are from. I don't see any comments yet. All right, so welcome to today's live session, which is about common mistakes in English. We hope that this session is going to be very, very useful. And without further ado, let's just start. So I'm going to start sharing my screen. Let me just get the right music for this session. Do you recognize this song? It's a very lovely song. So I'm going to start sharing my screen to officially start today's session, which is common mistakes in English. So, welcome to this Bethlemites Students Club. You know already this YouTube channel, which is for you, which was designed for you, and everything that you would like to learn, you probably can find it here. This is a big hi to everyone, to every Bethlemite student who might be watching us from El Salvador, from Guatemala, from Nicaragua, from Costa Rica, from Panama, from Colombia, or even from Ecuador. Please, if you are there, please let us know where you are from. Okay, as some of you might know, if you follow us on Instagram, or if you follow us on Facebook, or if you have already subscribed to our YouTube channel, you should know that we were doing a little tour around a very lovely part, a very lovely region in Colombia, which is called Antioquia and Eje Cafetero. So there were 4 Bethlemite schools that we visited so that we could give a hand in terms of English teaching, so that we could help teachers with any concerns that they might have, or that the school might have about English teaching at that school. So we visited Medellin on August 14th. We also visited Bello on August 22nd. We also visited Pereira on August 29th and Armenia September 5th. We also had a very out of the blue meeting. Out of the blue is an expression to say that the meeting was unexpected. So out of the blue. We had a meeting which was out of the blue, and we had to go to Finlandia. So we woke up in Pereira, but we had to go to a meeting in Finlandia, and then we had to go straight to Armenia. So those are 4 wonderful cities in Colombia, and there are 4 lovely Bethlemite schools in those cities. If you still haven't subscribed, or if you still haven't followed us on Instagram, please, what are you waiting for? All right, so these are some pictures. This is the team in Medellin. So as you can see, here are teachers from English and from biology in English, and also they are teaching French in Medellin. So here you can meet teacher Astrid, teacher Daisy, teacher Isabel, teacher Camilo, teacher Idanides, teacher Laura, and teacher Erika, and of course teacher Jose Jaime. Teacher Jose Jaime is teaching currently French at Bethlemitas, Medellin. Teacher Erika and teacher Laura are teaching biology and English, and the rest are teaching French. And of course, you can see me there in the middle of everyone. This is Bethlemitas Bello, another lovely Bethlemite school in Antioquia. It is green, it is adorable, it is amazing, it is surrounded by nature, and it is a very wonderful place. If you ever go to Medellin or to Bello, please go visit your Bethlemite classmates or your Bethlemite family in these two schools. After visiting Bethlemitas, Bello, and Medellin, we went to Pereira. We had to take a bus. It took like 6 hours. It was not that, I mean, it wasn't a short trip, no, but it was very nice because Pereira, as you can see, is also surrounded by nature. And it's a wonderful place to stay and to visit if you ever go to Pereira. It is a little far from Pereira downtown, right? But I mean, there are so many wonderful animals that you can meet at this school. Here, I am very well accompanied and surrounded by 8th graders, a wonderful group that is oriented by teacher Diana Tavares, and here they are just preparing their units of action or their final projects. And here I am also surrounded by 8th graders, but not in Pereira anymore. Here I am surrounded by 8th graders in Armenia. This is also a wonderful group. Here you can meet Maria Jose, Sara, Jimena, as well as other wonderful students from Armenia. So these are some lovely memories that we wanted to share with you. So I'm just going to go back to the chat to see if somebody is there. Oh yes, wow. Let me see. All right, so Valentina Burgos, right, from Pereira. Thank you so much for tuning in today. It is very nice to see you there again. Hello, Sarita from La Tacunga. Silda, of course, Silda, thank you so much for having tuned in today from Colegio Belén. Everybody say hi to Silda. She is currently teaching in Antigua, Guatemala. Very nice, an indigenous institute, and also at Bethlemite School. Hello, Paola from La Tacunga. Domenica Cardenas, if you are from La Tacunga, yeah, thank you. Please write in the chat in English so that you practice your English written skills. Let me see. Cristal, also from La Tacunga, it's very nice that you are watching us today. Oh, very nice, Jose Roberto. It is the first time that somebody, I think, if I am not wrong, that somebody is watching us from Guatemala. Very nice. Where in Guatemala are you from, Jose Roberto? Please let us know. Is it Antigua? Is it Quetzaltenango? Or probably Sololá? Or even, where is the other place? Quiché, right, Santa Cruz del Quiché. Alejandra from La Tacunga, Maria Angela from La Tacunga, Melanie, Naomi, Miriam, Tamara, wow, a very nice group from La Tacunga. Thank you so, so much. Lizzie Martinez, a very special greeting for Lizzie Martinez. She is teaching in Managua, in Nicaragua. Andrea Cepeda from La Tacunga. All right, so let's continue our session today. Wow. If you want to say hi to somebody, please write it on the chat and benefit from this public service online here on YouTube, which is your Bethlemite TV or your Bethlemite English channel. All right, so these were our memories. This is also another memory from Armenia. They are Maria Jose, Susana, Juliana, and Sara, another lovely group of students. And let's officially start our session today. So today, as we had promised, we are going to cover common mistakes in English. All right, the first one is called missing the subject. What does it mean? Well, in Spanish, usually we don't have to say the person, right? For example, if you say estoy triste, you don't have to say yo estoy triste all the time. So you can, you can take away the subject. However, in English, you cannot do that. Here we have an example. It says, it's raining. And it's very, very, very common that we do that in English, because in Spanish we don't have to say the subject all the time. What would the correct version of this sentence be? Okay, now you are going to be the teachers. So on the chat, please write the correct version of this sentence. What is missing? I think I already told you, but okay, let's have a look. So I'm going to give you probably 20 seconds, and 20 seconds for you to correct the sentence. What is missing? Let us know. All right, let's go to the chat and let's see what you guys think. All right, so you are still sending messages. All right, so many people from Lataconga. It is very nice. I mean, we are so blessed to count on your participation. Thank you so, so much for tuning us today. Very good. Miriam Perez is the first one to have corrected the sentence. From Lataconga, if I am not wrong. Exactly. It is raining. So please, if you are speaking in English, don't forget the subject, right? In Spanish we can do that, but in English, don't forget the subject. All right. Yeah, it is raining, or also it's raining. All right. Another common mistake is the pronunciation between this and these. Okay, as you can see, these are two different vowels, right? Because this is a little shorter than these, which is longer, right? And a little more, like, a little better pronounced. Let me just go back to my face so that you can see my face, so that you can see the way I pronounce. So if it's if it's this, look, you don't open your mouth that much. It's just this. For example, this iPod. This is where the music comes from. All right, this iPod, this pencil case. But if you want to say it in plural, look, your pronunciation has to be a little bigger. You have to open a little bit more your mouth. Let me just show it to you. These pens, right? So as you can see, this orange pen, this orange pen, this pen, this pen, but these pens. And as you can see, in the second pronunciation, you can see my lower teeth. So if you open a little more your mouth, the vowel is going to be a little longer, and it's going to be better pronounced. This pen, these pens. This pen, these pens. Okay, I hope the message was clear. All right, let me just go back to sharing my screen so that we can keep on identifying some common mistakes that we tend to do when we are learning English. Mistakes are common, mistakes are natural, but it is okay to identify them, to raise awareness to be conscious about those mistakes so that we can improve them and so that we can be better and better. Let me just go back. Here. So we are back to my screen. Okay, if you say beach, which is a long, long vowel, this is the place where there is a sea, where there is sand, where you go swimming. So beach, if you are talking about the place in which you can see the sea, you can see fish, you can see, the wonderful place that you go on vacation, you have to pronounce it like this, beach. Very, very long. Because if you pronounce a short vowel like beach, it is not the place, but it is, a woman or a bad word. So please, be careful with your pronunciation when you say that you are going to go to the beach, or if there is probably a song that in the lyrics says beach, right? So remember, beach, bad word, beach, the place, beach, bad word, beach, the place. And this also applies for sheet. For example, sheet is also a long, long vowel. Sheet is, for example, what you cover your body with when you go to bed. If you want to go to bed, you cover your body with sheets. They are usually very slim, right? They are not that thick. They are not like, yeah, they are not that thick. So sheets are like what you cover your body with, but it is very slim, right? When you go to bed. But also you can say a sheet, like, I mean, a piece of paper. But be careful, the pronunciation again has to be long. Sheet, because if you say shit, then it is poop, right? And that is also a bad word. Or not a bad word, but a very, very informal. Again, beach, bad word. Beach, the place. Shit, bad word. Sheet, the place. All right? Have a look at my mouth once again so that we are clear on this. Let me see. Oh, okay. Sorry, I got scared because I thought I had stopped the streaming session, but no, it's okay. All right, so again, bitch, bad word. Look at my mouth. Bitch. But if I want to go to the place, the wonderful place to relax, to have a sunbathe, look at my mouth. Beach. Bitch, beach. Now, if you want to say probably the bad word, shit. But if you want a sheet of paper, look at my mouth, you have to open more. So, bitch, beach, shit, sheet. All right, let me go back to the chat and let me see if you have any questions so far or any comments. Thank you, Valentina. Right, it's raining. Good. Rocio Mora. Thank you so much, Rocio. Okay, in case you don't know Rocio, she is the academic coordinator in the bilingual primary school in Cartago, Costa Rica. So thank you so much for tuning us in today. Jose Roberto from Antigua. Thank you so much for tuning us today as well. All right. Let me see if there are any further comments. Manolo, if you are going to be rude, you can as well just go away. Don't be rude in the chat. Thank you so much. All right, so I'm going to go back to the session. Oh, all right. Some students, or well, some people who are learning English, sometimes they get confused between 13 and 30, 14 and 40, 15 and 50. So that is an important difference that we have to make. 13, 30, 14, 40. So as you see, if it's the low number, the pronunciation or the stress has to go in the in the second syllable. 13, 30. You see? So in the first one, we are stressing the second syllable. 13. In the second one, we are stressing the first one. 30. 14. 40. 15. 50. Not to mention the fact that in the first numbers, I mean in 13, 14, 15, there is an N. So that has to also make a difference when we are pronouncing them. So let us not get confused, right? 13, 30, 14, 40, 15, 50. All right. Next common mistake that people usually do. Oh, sorry, that people usually make. Doing versus making. As you just saw, right? I just made the same mistake. Oh, what a coincidence. It has to be like divine intervention or something. All right. Doing is when we carry out an activity, but making is the action of creating something from scratch. This is why we do different activities and we make different products. We make mistakes. We make food. We make, you see? So, okay. This is a chance for you to give us more and more examples. All right, on the chat, and of course in English, what other examples can you find with doing and making, right? For example, what do we do and what do we make? Let's go back to the chat. All right, any ideas? All right, so while you are sharing your ideas, I'm just going to continue. All right, this is a very important aspect. If you are sharing your opinion in English in a conversation, please don't say that you are agree or that yeah, or I am agree. No, because in English it is a direct verb. It is something that you just say like right away. You say just I agree. Agree doesn't really exist or doesn't really make sense. Why? Because that is something that comes from Spanish. In Spanish, we say estar de acuerdo, so you use the verb to be. But in English, you don't need to at all. You don't have to like use it at all. So in English, we say I agree. You never say I am agree or am agree. That doesn't make sense in English. All right. Also, very interesting because in Spanish, the third person only takes one possessive adjective, but in English, it takes two. So we have to make the difference if we are talking about his pencil case or about her pencil case. In Spanish, we don't really make that difference at all, but in English, we need to. All right, so these were just only 6 mistakes that probably we make, that probably we forget about. This was a very like relaxed session, but stay tuned. Follow us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram. Leave a comment if you, if you liked this session, if you think that this session was useful, if it was interesting. If you think that this session was horrible, well, subscribe and suggest a topic. Leave a comment. Please tell us your interests. Like, hey, Miguel, you know that my name is Miguel, right? So, hey, Miguel, we want to learn about this. We want to learn about that. Please, we want a session about this. We want a session about that. Because if we know what you want to hear, then we can plan it and we can design it. Or not only what you want to hear, but what you really want to learn, right? Okay, so if you are in Pamplona, in Bucaramanga, in Vélez, or in Barranca Bermeja, stay tuned. It is very possible that we can meet there at the end of October and at the beginning of November. So Pamplona, Bucaramanga, Vélez, and Barranca Bermeja, you guys are next. All right, this is in Spanish because next 2 sessions are going to be in Spanish. So next Thursday, September 21st, and next Thursday, September 28th, we are going to be teaching French basics. It's going to be very, very fun because, okay, we have to, well, we are going to give you like conversational basics so that you can do something with French, even if you have no idea about French, because that's the idea, like surviving French skills. We are going to have 2 sessions. The first session is going to be on September 21st, and the second one is going to be September 28th at the same time, right? If you're in Central America, 4 p.m., like in Guatemala, like in Costa Rica, like in Nicaragua. Thank you so, so much for tuning us in today. And if you're in Colombia and in Ecuador, you can also enjoy these live streaming sessions on Thursday, 21st and 28th. French surviving skills. This is the overview, right? Like the cover of the session. As you know, French is spoken in France, in Switzerland, in Belgium, in Canada, in America, but also in Africa and some other countries. So that's something very interesting that we are going to be talking about next Thursday. So please make sure that you enjoy next session, which is in like what, 3 days. It's coming soon. That is next. All right. this is the end of today's session. It was very concrete, right? We just wanted to be back because last live streaming session was probably like, I don't know, 2 months ago. So we needed to be back, and we are back for you. And don't worry, because we are back to stay. All right, people in Santander, we hope to see you very soon. People in Antioquia and in Eje Cafetero, it was so nice seeing you. And please, if your partners, if your classmates don't know about this account, about this YouTube channel, please tell them so that more and more people can enjoy what we have to share with you. Please, see you next Thursday, and I'm going to go back to the chat to see if there are any further comments or if there are any questions. All right, Sarita Banda, thank you so much. For example, homework, you don't make homework, you do homework. Very good. Sarita Banda says, I really liked this conference because it was very relaxed, perfect for starting classes. Ah, yeah. In case you don't know, let me just go back to showing my face. Okay. All right. In case you don't know, in Ecuador and in 3 schools in Colombia, they are starting classes. So they are not like almost ending the year. No, they are just beginning the year. So in Ecuador, where do you know, where have you heard that there are Bethlемite schools in Ecuador? Okay, let us know in the chat. And in Colombia, where else do you know that there are Bethlemite schools? Why don't you tell us the schools in Colombia that are starting the school year like only probably 2 weeks ago? All right. So while you answer those questions, I'm going to read the comments on the chat again. It says, okay, Madeleine Albarracin, I am very interested in learning French. Thank you. All right, so you cannot miss next Thursday's session, and we will tell you like the French surviving skills. Also, don't forget to tell your classmates and to tell your teachers, tell everyone that you know, so that more and more people can benefit from these live streaming sessions. All right. Thank you, Cristina, for watching us today. Paula, Valentina, she says that French is a good idea. Valentina from Pereira. All right, Lizzie Martinez from Managua, Nicaragua. Yes, you are right, teacher. Students always confuse bitch from the bad word. LOL, laughing out loud. Thank you so much. All right, before we go and before we leave, the 3 schools that are, just like we say here in Colombia, B calendar, they are Pasto, Palmira, and Popayán. Those are 3 Bethlemite schools that are just getting started with their school year. See you next Thursday. You cannot miss that. And also next Thursday, because it's going to be the 2nd session, right? Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and on Facebook. Why? Because we are promoting the live streaming sessions. Like, you can know there the date, the time, right? So that you don't miss these sessions. But if you subscribe, of course, you are not going to miss it either. All right, Dani Herrera, thank you. Angie from Ecuador, thank you so much. It was a wonderful session. If you have any comments, if you have anything to say, please let us know here on in a comment, so that we make sure that we reply, and so that we make sure that we don't forget to, we don't miss what you have to say for us. See you. Have a wonderful week. Oh, here in Colombia, we celebrated our Latin American version of San Valentine's. So if you're in Colombia, we call it here Friendship, Love and Friendship Day. It's kind of funny, right? That's our Latin American version of San Valentine's. And in Central America, we hope that you enjoyed your Central American Independence celebration, which happened like last Friday, right? September 15th. A very important celebration for Central American countries, our beloved neighbors, our beloved brothers and sisters in the Bethlemite educational community. All right, people, have a wonderful week full of blessings, full of joy, full of happiness, and full of learning, of course. Bye-bye.